Six or seven, is it? I lost count. Let's have one up. Right, that's better. And the other shoulders, yes, like that. Oh, and over the back of the neck, let's do a bit of that as well. What on earth is this? Exercise? The gymnasts? Rope? No, it's not an inner tube of a tyre either. This is actually an elastic band, the world's biggest elastic band that I discovered in Boston when I've been recently. I brought it home to add to my elastic band collection. That's the biggest. Here, incidentally, for many years back, is the smallest, especially made for magicians for some magical trick. There's a perfectly box standard normal elastic band in the middle. So that's the smallest, that's a normal elastic band, and this monster is the world's biggest elastic band. What do you think it cost me? Well, I'm afraid it cost all of $6. Would you pay $6 for an elastic band? Well, this one, it's about 5 foot long one way and 5 foot long the other way, so it's probably 10 foot going around. It's a big beast. I'm very pleased to have that in my collection of elastic bands. Other things I found at Boston, this was I'm particularly pleased to find because I've been seeing this at the New York Toy Fair for the last 3 years, I think. Whiz heads they're called. Famous people. And when you assemble the pieces, the card, then it's all glueless, so there's no need for any glue and no need for any scissors. You get, in this case, a picture of Van Gogh, a wonderful artist. Superbly made. Look at the inside where all my little foldings have made a nice firm structure to the face. It's quite sturdy, that. And now I'm going to have fun doing this lady here as well, Mexican artist Frida. So a lovely thing to find, and for long winter evenings there's no better way than finishing up with a very, very decorative and well designed sculpture. Here's something else I was very pleased to find, these little pins, which are either, if you've got pierced ears, you make them earrings, or in my case I put them on my lapels. What are they? Well, it reminds me of the origin of this, which is this famous picture from 1900. An artist did this. It was an ambiguous figure because it looks like a duck, and when you tilt it like that it turns into a rabbit with an ear sticking out. And this is such a popular optical illusion that people have often made three-dimensional versions of it. This is another one which a friend of mine made, which is one way it's a duck and then you turn it around it's a rabbit. So this is just the latest of them, but in the form of little pins, and when you turn one way or the other way, and if I turn that one down, it'll immediately change their appearance from a duck into a rabbit. A very nice little addition to my collection of optical illusions, which have been brought out from just a picture in a book into a three-dimensional copy. I'm very pleased to get that. I was also very interested in picking a few more of these up. I've shown one already, but I wanted to show two more in the family of these feisty pets, as they're called. These are ones which look rather sweet and adorable, except when you squeeze the cheeks and then suddenly they turn fierce. Fierce and fierce. They're going to have a battle, I think. I think the idea is to teach kids to be a little bit wary of even pets. They can sometimes turn a bit dangerous as frightened and into flight or fight mode. Feisty pets, and I've got two more in my collection. I think probably one will probably end up in the hand of one of my great nieces. Or I might give this to her as well. There's another very sweet little thing. You just squeeze it like this. It makes a funny noise. The tongue, little red tongue comes out, and the hands splay out sideways as if it's playing peekaboo. That's what they call it, peekaboo. Sweet little thing. Definitely for a baby though, I think. And a similar item, again, you just squeeze it like this, a little rubber crocodile, except when you squeeze it, that's a nice one. Pity it hasn't got a noise, but I love the way that little rod there inside, all pushed up by air compression, makes the jaw open big and wide. Very nicely done. Well done, the designer. I came across some stationery when I was at I think it's called Black Ink. It's a lovely shop in Harvard Square. These are pens, these things here, and this thing here is a rubber, would you believe? The pen itself it's a ballpoint pen. It looks like pieces of grass blades. And the rubber, well, it's an acorn. I got it really because on the advertising it said acorny rubber, and that was a nice little joke for me to pick up on. So a very unusual rubber and some very unusual pens. And then I had great fun with these things here, which I've shown before, but I'm so keen on these, I'm going to be showing them a lot more, I think. They're the ones in which I think these strokeable items. These are little bags for small girls, so I've got at least 2 presents for Christmas to hand out to some of my great nephews and nieces. And these ones will be a very popular item, the way they turn these little things over as you're stroking them. Very nice piece of artwork, I like this. And of course you can write on them and make patterns and things appear on them, so very, very pleased to have those. And the last item I got was a thing I had to construct. This thing here, what a strange looking object. What's it do? Well, would you believe it's magic from Japan. Ooh, look at that, extraordinary. Spent about 2 hours making it. There's elastic band on the top bit, there's elastic band in the main body there. And then you've got a very clever little hook system here, which when you click it like that, that catches, and when that thing is pushed in as it hits the table, it automatically springs open. So here we go, pop it. Beautiful. Very, very nice little addition to my toy collection. That was a real bonanza then that I found this year in Boston. It's another very, very nice range of interesting novelties and toys.